What is really happening behind the silence of Jungkook? And why are whispers inside HYB starting to sound louder than ever? Could a single quiet decision shake the foundation of BTS as the world knows it? Or is this just another moment fans are misreading? Before you go any further, ask yourself this. Are we witnessing the beginning of a hidden shift that no one is ready to confirm yet? Stay with this story until the end, because what unfolds may change how you see everything. And if you feel something doesn't add up, don't stay silent. Share your thoughts, leave a comment, like this story, and subscribe for more unfolding updates that others might miss. It began not with an announcement, not with a dramatic appearance, but with something far more unsettling: silence. The kind of silence that doesn't comfort, but instead raises questions. Jungkook, known for his consistency, his presence, and his connection with fans, suddenly seemed to take a step back. First, it was subtle, a delayed appearance, a missed interaction, a shift in tone that only the most attentive fans could detect. But as hours turned into days, and days into what felt like a carefully drawn-out pause, the questions began to multiply. Why now? Why in this moment, when everything seemed stable on the surface? Those closest to the industry began to notice patterns, small, almost invisible changes that hinted at something deeper. It wasn't just Jungkook's absence that stood out, but the way it was handled. No clear explanation. No immediate reassurance. Just a quiet gap that seemed to grow wider with every passing moment. Inside HYB, the atmosphere reportedly began to shift. Not dramatically, not in a way that would trigger headlines overnight, but enough for insiders to feel it. Conversations that once flowed easily became more cautious. Meetings extended longer than usual. Decisions appeared more calculated, as if something unseen was influencing every move. Could this all be connected to Jungkook's silence? Or was it simply coincidence? Fans, however, are rarely convinced by coincidence. They began piecing together fragments, old interviews, recent footage, subtle expressions that once meant nothing but now felt loaded with meaning. A glance that lingered too long. A response that seemed carefully chosen. A moment where Jungkook appeared thoughtful, almost distant, as if carrying something unspoken. And then came the reactions, not official statements but reactions nonetheless. Members of BTS, known for their openness and chemistry, appeared slightly different in recent interactions. Not distant, not disconnected, but aware, as if they too were navigating something delicate, something that couldn't yet be shared, but was impossible to ignore. Was Jungkook making a personal decision? Was this a strategic move carefully aligned with a larger plan? Or was there something more emotional, more human, unfolding behind the scenes? The possibilities began to spiral, each one more intense than the last. Some believed it was a sign of growth, a transition into a new phase. Others feared it hinted at internal challenges that fans had never been allowed to see. The truth is, silence often speaks louder than words. And Jungkook's silence was beginning to echo across the global fanbase. Social media became a space of speculation, concern, and hope. Some defended the moment, urging patience and understanding. Others demanded clarity, feeling that the lack of communication only deepened the uncertainty. Meanwhile, HYB's subtle responses, or lack thereof, added another layer to the mystery. No direct denial, no confirmation. Just a careful balance that seemed designed to maintain stability while avoiding deeper questions. But in doing so, did they unintentionally fuel the very speculation they hoped to contain? As the days continued, the emotional weight of the situation became impossible to ignore. Fans who had followed Jungkook's journey from the very beginning felt a shift they couldn't fully explain. It wasn't just about missing updates or appearances. It was about a connection that suddenly felt interrupted, a story that seemed to pause at a critical moment. And then, just when the tension reached its peak, something unexpected happened. Not a full return, not a detailed explanation, but a small, almost symbolic gesture. A presence. A sign that Jungkook was still there, still part of everything, yet somehow changed. It wasn't enough to answer questions, but it was enough to remind everyone that the story wasn't over. What does this mean for BTS? For HYB? For Jungkook himself? The answers remain unclear, but one thing is certain. This moment, this quiet shift, has already left an impact. It has changed the way fans observe, the way they interpret, the way they connect. Is this the beginning of a new chapter, or the unfolding of something that has been hidden for far longer than anyone realized? Only time will tell. But until then, the silence continues to speak, the questions continue to grow, and the world continues to watch, waiting for the moment when everything finally makes sense or changes forever. The moment that subtle sign appeared, everything seemed to shift again, but not in the way people expected. Instead of clarity, it deepened the mystery. Why would Jungkook choose to respond in such a minimal way, offering just enough to calm the surface while leaving the core questions untouched? Was it intentional, or was it the only move possible in a situation far more complex than anyone realized? Those who had followed BTS closely began to sense that this was no ordinary pause. The group had faced challenges before. Global pressure, relentless schedules, personal growth, but this felt different. This wasn't loud. It wasn't explosive. It was quiet. And that was precisely what made it so unsettling. Behind closed doors, speculation surrounding HYB intensified. While no official statement broke the silence, the company's behavior became a story in itself. Observers noted how carefully controlled everything appeared, from public appearances to communication timing. It was as if every move was being weighed, measured, and calculated to avoid triggering something bigger. Could it be that this situation wasn't just about Jungkook alone? Some began to wonder whether this was part of a broader transition within BTS. After years of dominating the global stage, each member had been exploring individual paths, testing boundaries, and redefining their identities. But transitions are rarely smooth, especially when they involve something as massive as BTS. Could Jungkook's silence be the first visible crack in a larger transformation? Or was it something more personal? There were moments, small, fleeting, almost easy to miss, where Jungkook had hinted at the weight he carried. Not through direct words, but through tone, expression, and timing. Looking back, fans began revisiting those moments, connecting dots that once seemed unrelated. Was he trying to say something all along in a way only a few could understand? And what about the other members? Kim Taehyung, Park Jimin, Kim Namjoon, Min Yoongi, Young Hoseok, and Kim Seokjin all seemed present, yet slightly more reserved in recent interactions. Not distant, but cautious, like individuals aware that every word, every gesture, could be interpreted in ways beyond their control. Their unity remained visible, but beneath it, there was a sense of careful navigation. Fans began asking harder questions. If everything is fine, why does it feel like something is being held back? If this is just a personal moment, why does it seem to affect the entire group dynamic? If HYB has nothing to address, why does their silence feel so deliberate? The emotional tension continued to build, not because of what was said, but because of what wasn't. In an era where information moves instantly, silence becomes its own kind of message, and people listen closely. Then came another unexpected shift. A behind-the-scenes clip surfaced. Not dramatic, not revealing, but enough to spark a new wave of interpretation. Jungkook appeared focused, composed, yet noticeably introspective. It wasn't sadness and it wasn't joy. It was something in between, something that felt real, raw, and unfiltered. For some, it was reassuring. For others, it raised even more questions, because if everything was truly normal, why did that moment feel so heavy? Why did it look like someone standing at a crossroads rather than simply continuing forward? The narrative began to evolve again. This was no longer just about absence or silence. It became about change. About the possibility that Jungkook was not stepping away but stepping into something new. Something that required distance, reflection, and perhaps difficult decisions. And if that was true, what would it mean for BTS? Would the group adapt as they always had, finding a new balance within change? Or would this moment mark the beginning of a deeper shift that fans had never prepared for? Thank you.